Hi guys, it's Hani here, and I'm going to be doing my first commentary right now. So, today I wanted to start off by explaining probably the most useful strategy in zombies since World at War all the way up to Black Ops 2. And that strategy would be called rape training, or you can just call it training if you don't want to include the rape, even though there is a lot of rape to it. For this strategy, all you're going to want to do is herd up the zombies all together, and then whenever you have as many as possible on the map, you're going to shoot them all down. Now, you might want to know, why is this viable and why would you want to do this? Okay, for instance, we're going to start off with solo play. When you play solo, you can't really do the whole camping strategy that you may be used to from Durice or some other map when you play the World at War, or even camping the Pack-a-Punch room in Black Ops 2 with the full party. Works pretty good. But for solo, that just isn't gonna cut it. For solo play, you're gonna wanna keep moving. Similar to how you would play Geometry Wars. If you have an Xbox 360 and play Geometry Wars, you'd know it's an arcade game where you go in circles and you shoot behind you while herding up everything to keep it close together so you don't get cut off. Probably the easiest way is getting them all as close as possible, all of their hitboxes, so they can't reach you, but you can hit them all at the same time. Doing this in Black Ops 2 is probably the best thing you could do when playing solo and multiplayer, but for solo specifically, we're gonna start off explaining it right here as the new round starts. Alright, you're gonna see the M16 on the wall. You can get the upgraded ammo for 4.5k, so after you Pack-a-Punch your M16, you're gonna want to hold on to that, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, as the zombies start to spawn in, you're gonna see that they're all over the place. Now what you're gonna want to do is slowly start building them up, trying to keep them all clumped together until you have as many as possible, and eventually they will stop spawning, and maybe some of them will even despawn and respawn because they think they can't reach you. That often happens if you're doing glitches, because they won't be able to get to you and they'll despawn, and that allows people to get out of their barrier glitches and move different directions and get to things. But right now we're talking about a straight up legit intended strategy put into the game called rape training. Okay, as you see, they start to clump up and you move around, and you have your M16, which is your main gun. I'm gonna go over the perks also as they keep building up. You're gonna have your stamina up, which helps you move quite fast around the map. It's pretty useful. Then you have your Juggernog. That's gonna be a very important one, so you can take more than that one hit. You can take up to those 4 hits, and the 5th one will down you. And then about this point, you're gonna just start shooting them as they line up. And if they drop any power-ups, you can go back if they're all gone. Otherwise, you can do another loop. If you have a insta-kill, you can always stand around and shoot them. And then if you also have the Galvanuckles, up to round 14, you can one-shot them normally. And then after that, it'll take 2 shots up to a certain round, which I do not recall because I usually just stick with using the M16 at that point. Okay, the reason the M16 tunnel is such a good place to train is because it's pretty open, and then the M16's right on the wall right up here on the left. It's a pretty good weapon to have. You can grab the ammo and you'll always be making profit whenever you do this. Alright, now I'm going to quickly talk about my other 2 perks. I have Quick Revive in case I make a mistake. I can get back up, continue this to the end of the round, leave a runner, and then go get my perks. And I also have Double Tap because it shoots 2 bullets per bullet now with this upgraded 2.0 version. And at a certain point, such as right now, you're going to want to move back, make sure everything's clear, turn around, and fire away. The reason you want to get them all in a line is because you can shoot through multiple targets, giving you the optimal amount of kills per bullet, and getting you the most amount of points, so you're always making money. And so it ends up being a way better strategy than camping, because with camping, your limiting factor is always that round, and you run out of ammo, and you have to grab the max ammo, and you cannot do that anyways on solo. So for multiplayer, rape training would also be useful. If you have one guy go out, he's trying to do something, and maybe the crawler, which by the way, crawlers are not very good in this game, you're going to want to leave a runner in this game, So whenever you have a runner and maybe someone like decides they want to shoot him for some reason, maybe you're playing public match, and then you get left on your own while 3 guys are camping the pack-a-punch room. That leaves you in a very viable place. You can run around here with the M16, doesn't even have to be upgraded. You can just run in circles forever, you don't have to shoot at all. And then you can just keep racking up the kills and playing in your own area. So yep, this explains why Weight Training is probably the best overall solo strat and a good viable multiplayer strat. And that's it for this commentary.